Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today, we are debuting a new series on the channel, and I don't have a name for it, but Tier List Tuesday has ended if you're watching this, and I understand we're in the main lobby here. You can see on the screen is my 1v1 rating, and I admittedly... Okay, this will be interesting. We have 21 days. I am going to try to record this series before it's up and then release it as we go. So some of these videos may be old. This one is being recorded on August 5th. But we will be doing a 1v1 series on Tuesdays. I understand these videos may not perform as well, but we're going to do one game, and that's how it's going to be. Obviously, when Tier List Tuesday returns, we will do Tier List Tuesday for new maps that come out. But I wanted to try something new, something that I haven't done on the channel, and I've done some 1v1s in the past, but I want to get to Grandmaster in 1v1, and this will be the journey of getting there. I've never tried to do it before, and we're going to do it exclusively in other people's games. I want to go find who's on the 1v1 ladder, and I want to play their games. So the first thing I see here is presumably a bot game with somebody. Their name, General Rogue. They've got 4 bots. We're going to play a 1v1 against General Rogue. Now, the art of the 1v1 here, it's fixed world on Classic Frozen. The art of the 1v1 here is navigating the bots while also targeting my opponent. So we're going to do my best to win here. This video likely won't be very long, but I wanted to try something new, and I'll probably leave it uncut at this point so you can see me thinking this through. And we are going to choose our territories. Blizzard's super interesting in North America. He goes for North America. Australia, I think South America might be the play. Australia is a +2. I didn't realize this was manual. I think a spot like this is pretty good. He gets to move right ahead of me. Black goes in here. Yeah, both the bots go in there with me. That's a bit unfortunate. They also go in there with him. He's going to continue taking in North America. I'm going to go like over here. I don't know where these are all going to place their troops. I'm trying to isolate. Yeah, he goes up there. I'm trying to isolate myself a little bit from him. And pink and black are spoiling me. That's rude. Let's go here. I'm trying to keep myself as one big unit. He's all over the place. I think he's going to lose these positions. I don't know that... Yeah, I was wondering if he was going to go there. I don't know that this is the play, but I also don't know how to play this, right? These are this guy's settings. It's his home turf in a 1v1. We got blizzards on, fog on. Neutral inactivity. Oh, okay. It is neutral bots. That is actually very, very interesting. So removal of him from here... and stacking here is interesting. Are these... No, these bots are going to play from the start, though. They will play from the start because they were designated as bots. I think I just fortify this position here. Although, it's harder for it to break me down below. But I think if I go here... I'm surprised he's putting everything up in a spot where it's difficult for him to use it. He has to hit through red. I'm just going to stack everything here. I'm not going to waste the time. It's beneficial to me that I don't have the red bot anywhere near me. I don't love that black is placing in here, but I can't really avoid it. Yeah, and look, red is placing against him. I don't like where blue is placing his troops right now. I mean, this may be somebody who's never played 1v1s before, but he came in here with his own settings, so I had to imagine that that would be something that he knew what he was doing with. And notice there's not actually... This is an interesting play for me, because I could realistically actually pivot for Africa. I get the bots to stack everything in here, and then I pivot for Africa. Remove his middle board position here. He does start placing some here. White is going to be a problem, though, I think. I think on this very first turn, the best play for me is to step into the middle and let these bots duke it out in South America. I think that that's my best play. And the reason that I believe that that's my best play is, I obviously don't want him here. These bots attack very slowly. Is it medium? No, they are expert bots. Manual setup. 7 stays in front of him, so he can't use his main operative stack here. He's got to use the 5 or some troops placed elsewhere. But at the end of the day, like, my main goal is defeat blue. It is not give 2 hoots about the other players. And if you hit here, there's the threat of white. I don't like that placement. I realized the 5 actually wasn't connected. So maybe you push this up this way. Does nothing there. That's a simple turn. Get them out of the middle. Bots will flood them in other spots. Maybe they'll hit each other enough. I think that white's presence in Europe is going to be interesting. But I wish these bots attacked faster. This game isn't going to be that quick just simply because they're not attacking fast enough. Rolls here. Now, we got to keep an eye on our cards. But it's important to me that we sort of obviously want a lane to go hit him, but I want protection in the off chance that this will hit here. And nothing's going to hit these territories out of his. It'll hit me down below. So black may take Australia. I admittedly did not defend well against the bots here. Yeah, this is what my hope was, that white would deal. Maybe it hits, like this 7 rolling up this way. I think that it's more likely that it hits black, but if it rolled up here, that'd be way better. It does not. 4 goes in the middle, 9 rolls to the right. So I see what his goal is. His goal, I think, is... Ooh, bad dice there for the bot. Does the 4 leave? It does. So that makes blue's play here a little bit easier. We're going to continue hemorrhaging territory. The thing is, though, if it costs him a little bit here... I got 1 territory left. If this costs him a little bit to take this territory, I've got a boom right into here. If I got good enough dice somewhere, like you see how much I hit. He did a good job of kind of protecting his 1s, and the stuff up here is kind of useless, right? I would almost say he's only at 21. I got hit pretty badly in other spots, though. But after my turn, we calculate him technically at like 21 because the 1s don't count anything. Calculate me at 19. That'll be all, or maybe 18 all in one spot. I don't like this position placement over here. Now, the bots aren't really going to do anything to me until they trade in. So one thing I could do is start slowly inching towards him. You go forts up there. Because, like, what is white going to do? We could let red have this bonus. This will force white over to the right, which wouldn't be bad. I think this will roll the 5 on 2, or it'll roll the 6 on the other side. It does roll the 5 on 2. That rolls into red here, or pink over here? Pink over here, 6 down. Because there's 2 things we got to keep an eye on. One is obviously the other opponent, but the other is the potential elimination of the bot. If we get a dude here, if I get a dude, there's a world where... now I'm interested to see if red actually breaks. Does pink go down, though? Yeah, so pink will break this. That's fine. But the other is potential eliminations on the bots. Right? That's actually pretty important. So the more they beat up on each other, the better this ends up looking for me. This fortifies away. I could see red hitting here, but white goes first. And white won't have a set before me, so it's kind of in my best interest to maybe even sit by this. Look at this. It's going to make itself weaker already. So it just stops there. Okay. Fortifies out this way. Red goes here. You hope it rolls the 5-on-2 first. Red's getting pretty weak to the point where I need to almost make sure it lives down here, because this 7 otherwise becomes fodder for blue. Gonna roll a 4-on-2 here to finish the bonus. Does. I don't think I want to let red hold a bonus. Let's see what blue does. Blue is going to roll a 4-on-2 here. I do not agree with that. I understand not opening me up. Wins it flawlessly, honestly, which is pretty crazy. Now, I know that red could actually trade. I know that white won't have a set here. Give me a dude. Please give me a dude. Artillery. Tough. I think one big stack is going to serve me better than the way that blue is playing this. But we've got a chance. So this is a new 1v1 series. Let me know if it ends up doing... I'm going to actually move myself. If it ends up doing poorly, maybe I'll move it to the second channel. But I'll at least debut it here. Let me know what you guys think. I'm trying something new, because I feel like I can only play so much capitals, that this allows me to play like sort of a every game's an away game. I'm playing settings somebody else wants to play, and I'm going to see if we can eventually get it to Grandmaster. We'll do it once a week. Pink is very weak, to the point where, like, if red knocks out this position over here, nothing breaks black. If red knocks out this pink position over here, or gives me like if this hits here, if this 4 goes to the right here, I could take pink out with the tree. Yeah, see, this is interesting, because blue has a pink kill here if they want it. Especially if they have a trade. Red trades. We kind of got to get out of white's way here soon. I'm interested to see if blue would go for an elimination here. I would have to go up this way to hit it. This goes here. Here or here? Which spot? Oh. Ooh, blue has this if he wants it. No, no, no. Red's just going to take it outright. Red just gets... It's one territory. Oh, blue gets fed this so badly by the bot. You stack everything here, you go for it. I mean, he could get the worst dice you've ever seen if he doesn't have a trade in. He's going to go for it. All right, lose 3 and then lose 4. That's our only chance. Loses 3. Lose 4. Lose 4. Lose 4. Flawless! No! Shucks, dude. That's so dumb. 5-on-3 is like a 72% roll. And he flawlesses it. He gets 8 out of it. So he actually didn't even have a full trade in. Sits here. What is that? Now he's on 4 cards. I can't risk opening him up. Black. I don't quite have enough for black. Black should break red, though. This does not open up blue to myself, but it leaves my line on them. I get a joker. That's huge. If they go to 5, we might even have an elimination. Albeit a little tight. If black wastes enough troops, maybe we get black. I can't believe red fed that badly. If that 2 just stayed over here in Japan, blue maybe doesn't get that. Yeah, red will probably take this back. So if the 7 moves, though, right? If red goes to the right, I can come down up here and this way. White also doesn't trade, but white's kind of expensive. I would need this to hit down, and then... Like, this 11 is completely useless. I don't know why he wouldn't have brought these troops up to the 5. Those hits are at least a little bit okay. But white's just a little too big. But a red retaliation here on black, where blue doesn't have great position to eliminate black, or alternatively doesn't get a very good trade in here. We could come down around through blue to chip away at a little bit of blue, and then up through black. It's going to roll the 4 on 2. It fails it. That's interesting. It's 12 troops. I think on 4 cards, it is worth it. Blue could take this with a trade-in off the 10. Not the cheapest elim in the world, but they could take it. They're going to play up here. They do trade, but they're only going to play for a 4, so I understand not going for that in that case. Now we'd open up the 11, which I don't love. Steps out here into white. That's actually dangerous. I wouldn't keep that there. So he closes that off mostly as well. Got to remember that 11 of his troops are closed off. I am going to trade. But I think I gotta, I think I don't want to, I think I go through the 4. I don't think I want to open that 11 up. I think I'd rather take the cost. This cost here, we lose 2. That's okay. I should be able to get this perfect pathing. Not great dice at the tail end there, but we do get pretty good dice on the 3. And I want to knock blue out of this position. Did I get... I kept one of my artilleries, right? We do. And we get a +2 in China. Do I take white? I think I can take white for the 4 cards here as well. It's a little bit expensive. But remember, most of blue is closed off here. Lose 4 there. Lose 4 there. Lose 1. I think I can defend Australia. Where do these land? Blue quit! Our first victory! Alright, in that case, I may as well take out as much of red as possible. Let's take Mongolia, I think. Not an option. We'll take Southern Europe. Blue has flagged. So it's just about eliminating red. He quit. I don't know why he quit. I think that's baby mode, honestly. I wouldn't anticipate a very high 1v1 rank here, but I liked the play that they made to go get pink. A little bit risky just because we saw the bad dice that they got, but they pull it off. And then they quit. I mean, they locked their 11, but you had a 12 open and an 11 open. And it's fixed. Like, I wasn't that strong. I just had a lot of board. He would have to hit me back. I'd be on 4 cards where we have a trade-in, which is really, really good. Let's see if we can get red here and finish this one out, because the game will end the moment we elim red. And that, ladies and gentlemen, let's roll the 4 on 2 for fun. We get it flawlessly. That is our first 1v1 victory. I've played 1v1s on the channel before, but I've let it dock us all the way down to beginner. So we're starting at the bottom, very bottom of beginner at 1,000 rank, and we'll see if we can navigate our way up to Grandmaster in the ranking system. I kind of like Classic Frozen. Sure, let's give it an upvote and let's see what Blue's rank was. They're a master, a 1v1 master, and we beat them on their own settings. Hopefully we can keep this up. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know if you enjoyed this one. Let's see what we're up to here. Well, we'll have to find out next episode because the value didn't update for me. I don't know. Do I go in my settings and then come out? No, we're not going to get an update right now. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back with more 1v1s next week. As always, everybody, I have been Sue Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.